Insights from Brian Tracy's Eat That Frog, brought to you by InstaRead. We often find ourselves paralyzed when facing tasks which appear hideous at first glance. We are too hesitant to approach them, much less dig deep and get them over with. But what if we could just roll up our sleeves, hold our nose, and get our hands dirty? It would all be over sooner than we expected. In Eat That Frog, 2001, Brian Tracy urges us to first eat the ugliest frog as fast as we can, because whatever comes after will feel like walking on air. It's no use to waste time in paralysis and indecision. Tracy shows readers how to get down to business, prioritize tasks, and produce the best possible results. We learn to climb the ladder, not just 2, but 5 steps at a time. Insights from Chapter 1. Treat your tasks as you would treat the action of eating a frog. Start with the biggest one and do it quickly. When you start by doing the hardest and ugliest task, the rest feels like no biggie. You need to act immediately and eat the frog. Staring at it won't make eating it easier. Similarly, with any big and unpleasant task, you must put the pedal to the metal without looking at it for too long. Staring will simply make it harder. When you complete difficult tasks, you get a rush of endorphins and feel happiness and success. This will make you want to achieve even more tasks, causing you to develop a positive addiction towards getting things done. There are no easy ways to get where you want to be, but there are 7 steps that will help you get there. The first step is to visualize the person you wish to be in the future and decide to seek that transformation with determination and discipline. The second step is to write down everything. This will give you the clarity you need to know which target you want to hit in the first place. You can't pursue something you don't know. Decide exactly what you want first, then write it down. Step 3 is to set a deadline for yourself. This will motivate you to work towards what you want faster instead of putting action off. Step 4 is making a list of all the tasks you need to do in order to achieve your goal. Step 5 is organizing all the tasks you've written down, big or small, into a plan. Start with the biggest and most important tasks and list them in order. What would you do first? What would you do second? What would you do last? This will create the perfect plan. Step 6 is about actually getting there by taking action. Start doing more and following up on the tasks you listed. Step 7 is making sure not to miss a single day without doing at least one task that could get you to your desired goal. Do at least one task every day. Insights from Chapters 2 and 3. When you plan, you avoid wasting time on wondering what to do next. Plan your day and every task in detail. This will allow you to delve right into work and see every little piece of the puzzle that needs to be tackled. Divide your frogs into smaller pieces. Do more than one list. Create a master list for the goals you wish to pursue in the future. Write everything down. Next, write a monthly list that portrays, in detail, what you want to get done this month. Then write a weekly list, followed by a daily list. By planning everything and creating lists, you ensure the completion of all tasks. You do not forget anything important, and things become easier to visualize. You stop having to wonder what to do next. You simply look at your list. Only 20% of what you do produces 80% of the value of the results. Choose the 3 most important tasks and do them first. Focus less on the unimportant things and perhaps skip them if there are no consequences. Insights from Chapters 4 and 5. People who are future-oriented are usually the most successful. When you think ahead into the future, you realize what consequences the actions you do now will have. You start asking whether the things you're doing in the moment will yield positive future results. Let the future determine what you do in the present. If a certain task has no positive future consequences, don't do it. If not doing it is detrimental, make sure to prioritize it. And if doing it deters you from reaching your goals, stop doing it. There will never be enough time for you to accomplish everything you want to do. For this reason, focus on the most important things and ignore the rest. Do not wait for a deadline to send you into action. Ask yourself these questions to determine what you should prioritize. What is something only I could do that would make a difference if done well? How can I use my time efficiently right now? Since there will never be enough time for you to do all the things you want, practice procrastinating creatively. Choose which tasks to procrastinate. It is usually the tasks that do not make that much of a difference if done. The only way to get your life under control and use your time without running out of it is to stop doing things that don't matter. Stop watching TV instead of hanging out with your family. Stop chatting with coworkers instead of doing the work. Insights from chapters 6 and 7. You can use the ABCDE method to organize a list of tasks. A. Tasks are those which you must prioritize. They yield the highest results and have the gravest consequences if not done. B. Tasks are beneficial but should not be prioritized over A tasks. They are the should-dos, while A tasks are the must-dos. C tasks would be nice to do, but are not quite necessary. They do not have any negative consequences if ignored. D tasks are those which you could delegate and should not be wasting your precious time on. And last, E tasks are a waste of time and should not be done at all. Eliminate them from your life. You are hired for very specific tasks, and those are the tasks you need to focus on. Identify exactly what you are meant to do and do it as best as you can. Give yourself a grade. Identify your strengths and weaknesses and work on strengthening your weaknesses. For one weakness could hamper all your strengths. How you think you will perform on a task determines how likely you are to procrastinate. If you expect to perform poorly, you will be less eager to do the task. Work on your weakness to overcome this. Find the one skill which you could develop that would transform your performance. What is that one thing holding you back from performing better? Ask those around you. Your boss might know. Insights from chapters 8 and 9. What are the 3 goals that matter to you? Give yourself 30 seconds to write them down. Once you have them written down, include within each goal the 3 most important actions you can take to reach it. Manage your time. This is obligatory. The time you spend at work should be quality time, with more work done in shorter intervals. The time you spent with family should be quantity time. It should be lengthy. To maintain balance, keep activities strictly in their time intervals. When you are at work, only do work. This will allow you to finish up earlier and be more efficient, so you spend more time with your family. You must always maintain balance between your work life and personal life. Never work without any breaks, and never waste time at work. In most situations, you waste time because you have not prepared for your task sufficiently. Set all the tools you need before you and move away from all distractions. Begin and do not stop until the job is finished. Do not waste time perfecting your work before it is done. Complete most of it and then work on tweaking it to an evolved state. Waste no time on hesitations while hoping for the product to be perfect right off the bat. Take the first step. This is usually the hardest. Take it and keep going. You will find that you are done quicker than you thought you would be. Insights from chapters 10 and 11. Take things one step at a time. When you have a task that is so large that it becomes intimidating, start by breaking it down into smaller pieces. Work on planning those smaller tasks efficiently, and you will feel more comfortable starting. If one of the main underlying factors to your procrastination is lack of confidence, the best thing you can do for yourself is to continually upgrade your set of skills. Upgrade your skills by dedicating time for learning. Get up earlier than you usually do and read for an hour about things related to your field. Register for new courses that might add to your skills, or go to workshops and seminars. You will remain forever qualified at your job. If you continually upgrade your set of skills, you will always have more to offer. Your services remain of value, and you do not lose competency as time goes on and things change. Insights from chapters 12 and 13. You must find out what is hindering you from reaching your goals and achieving desired results. There are always hindrances that might come up in the process. Finding them and eliminating them before beginning can save you a lot of time. Most hindrances are internal. They could be a weakness in a certain set of skills or within organizations that you work with. They could be your own self-limiting beliefs. Be honest about what your hindrances are. Do you need to update your skills or change a belief? Only 20% of hindrances are external to you and your organization. If you work on your internal hindrances, you will still come out a winner. Accurately investigate yourself. Unsuccessful people usually wait for others to put pressure on them to get a task done. They do not realize the consequences of not doing things, nor do they hold themselves accountable for their performance. If you wish to be successful, put pressure on yourself. Create your own deadlines. You do not need to wait for someone else to show up and tell you when to hand in your work. Aim to finish earlier and have the rest of the time for yourself. This will make you an excellent employee without leaving you burnt out. Set the bar yourself. You do not need to wait for others to start performing better in order to follow and improve your performance. Start giving more yourself. Come to work earlier and finish work on time. Hand in better results. Insights from chapters 14 and 15. Always be your own greatest motivator. We need to spark our own enthusiasm when working, enjoying the feeling of productivity and success. To do so, guard your mind against self-deprecating and limiting beliefs. Stop the negative inner dialogue that claims you are not capable. Keep telling yourself that you like yourself and that you are amazing at what you do, and these thoughts will become reality. Do not let technology take control of you and become your master. You have a choice in whether you become addicted to it or not. You do not have to wake up and check your phone immediately. You do not have to go to sleep while browsing feeds. Use your time the way you want to. Instead of wasting time on social media and responding to incessant emails and text messages, choose to do valuable tasks that pay off in the future. Do not be afraid to use an autoresponder that informs those contacting you of your availability. Let others know you only respond at certain times. You are not obligated to respond to emails right away. You do not need to keep up with the news. If something terrible or urgent happens, there will be plenty of people around you who know and are dying to tell you. Insights from chapters 16 and 17. When you make use of technology as a servant without letting it control you, you reap its benefits without any negative side effects. Technology is supposed to make your life easier, not add more stress and anxiety to it. What is the most valuable use of your time right now? It's rarely checking social media. Take control of your communication and limit your distractions by deciding what has access to you and when. Turn off your email and block websites that might bother you while you work. Focus on a singular task and never respond to notifications while you are working. For private matters and emergencies, create a separate email address or add a second phone number of which only your loved ones know. Leave these open in case of emergencies. Do not accept any digital invitations that do not fit within your schedule and list of priorities. Always have a to-do list you can check for availability. If you are not available, stick to your important tasks. Learn about technological tools that could serve you at work. It doesn't matter how old you are or how bad at technology you have been. You can always learn and attend workshops. Another way you can benefit from social media is to post about your successes. This will be incredibly motivating. If you do not focus your attention only on the task you have at hand, it will take you much more time than needed to complete it. There is no such thing as multitasking. We can only shift tasks back and forth. Task shifting is unhelpful. Every time we revert to our important task, we have to waste time getting accustomed to it once again. We lose our momentum. It takes about 17 minutes to truly engage with the task again. This is nothing but time lost. When you start your day by responding to notifications and emails, you set yourself up for distractions. You develop the addiction to respond. The solution is to not check your email or phone in the morning at all. Leave everything off and start working early. Check your email twice a day during convenient times between work chunks. Do not check during incomplete tasks. When you are done, you can reward yourself by checking your emails. This acts as positive reinforcement, making you more likely to feel like working again. Every time you complete a task, you get to check your social media. Insights from chapters 18 and 19. When a task seems too big, make it smaller. Cut it into smaller bits by using the salami slice method. Write down every minute detail and set out to cross things off your list. This will make the task less intimidating. Humans love completion. When you divide your task, you get a small feeling of completion every time you finish one small part. You get an even stronger feeling of satisfaction when everything is complete. More satisfaction for you. You can also use the Swiss cheese method, whereby you attempt to punch holes in your task by finding a small interval of time to work on it. You make incremental progress with time. Dedicate chunks of your time to specific tasks. If there's a particular task you don't like, allocate an hour to it every day and discipline yourself to get it done. It's just 1 hour. Get it over with and stick to your plan. The key is to schedule these chunks the previous day or at the start of the week. Make sure you have a fixed time for all your important tasks. These are the times you must focus only on the specified task and nothing else. Make the time you had planned count by not engaging in any distractions at all. Get your head in the game and do not stop to smell any roses. Work diligently with the time you have, and you might end up finishing earlier. Insights from chapters 20 and 21. Getting in the flow is highly beneficial for getting things done. When you're in a state of flow, you are completely immersed in the task at hand, thinking with clarity and soaring forward. You do not look at the time. Get into the flow by developing a sense of urgency. Urge yourself to get things done now and fast. This will get you started quickly. When you feel a sense of urgency, you prioritize acting over anything else. You do not think about the task, you do it. Once you start, it is easier to keep going. Once you get a taste of success, you are fueled to go even further. By starting and succeeding, you build momentum. You do not need as much effort to keep going. It starts taking less force to glide forward. By building momentum, you never feel like you are running out of time. You start working enthusiastically and efficiently, finding your own rhythm and productive pace. You focus on your number one task, respecting yourself enough not to waste your own time. By becoming a disciplined person who finishes your most important tasks on time, you truly change. You transform into someone who can take on life's challenges while enjoying your personal life without burdens. You experience the best of both worlds, professional and personal. If you liked this video, smash the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. Visit instaread.co to get more insights from thousands of books.